Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Couples Covers, the first one in 2024. I'm your host, Nicholas Moriano. I'm joined, as always, by my beautiful and amazing co-host, Stephanie Abonce. What's up, baby?
Happy New Year!
2024.
2024. I know.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is... Well, I don't know. It doesn't feel any different than when we record, but I guess this is like a new slate. Whole new year of episodes.
Fresh start for couples coverage. I don't even remember when we exactly started. Like, what month was, like... That was it was 19 episodes ago. We're on episode 20 now.
I want to say it was like 6 months ago. So I want to say maybe like in August or something.
Maybe. I don't know. But
that wouldn't make any sense. July.
Yeah. We were definitely like in summer. It was sometime in summer. But we're here. This is episode 20 of Couples Coverage. Make sure if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on the Instagram, the TikToks. You can listen to the audio version on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcast.
I forgot what I said last time.
Apple Music.
But I said it right. It doesn't matter. We're getting things right here in 2024. So make sure if you haven't done that, please go do that. It'll definitely help us out as we continue to grow this channel throughout all of 2024. And that's kind of what our topic really is for, this
year.
Episode 20. Just New Year's resolutions, new goals, all that good stuff.
Yeah, all that good stuff. And this podcast is on one of my resolutions.
Okay.
Well, we talked about it before, right? Like being consistent with it and just continuing to do this. And yeah, but we'll get into that. We're going to talk about other stuff before that.
Do you want to talk about what do you have on your I mean, I know you have, as you always do, you have a beautiful like rundown. You probably have pictures on it, things I haven't even looked at yet. Oh yeah, it looks really nice, and of course it does. But yeah, what do you have on your docket there? We'll go through it, stay to schedule for the first episode in 2024.
Yeah, so actually, can you tell what theme I was going with for this?
It looks like Valentine's Day.
Yeah, because I always feel like after the new year, it immediately jumps to whatever holiday's next. And of course...
the Super Bowl.
That's not a holiday.
It's a holiday.
Maybe.
I think it should be a holiday because even people who don't like football...
Well, I can tell you it's not even on my radar right now.
Oh, that's disappointing.
But
what if I win the money from like the pool I'm in? Will it then be on like your radar? Or like there's a good prize, like 10 grand. I have to split it 2 other ways with a couple
It doesn't get taxed?
No, that's straight cash.
Dang. No, I don't know. The Super Bowl is always exciting, but it's never on my radar until it gets close. But right now in my head, it's like everything you go to the store is like Valentine's Day themed because they're always quick to roll that stuff out. Like holidays are done.
Yeah, my parents got rid of their Christmas tree already and all their Christmas decorations. We still have ours.
Yeah, we still have ours.
Into the new year. But...
Oh my gosh, and it finally snowed on the last day of the year. Which
I know.
I was like, I'll keep the stuff up until there's snow. And then it snowed. I was like, we'll keep it up a few more days. But
that's probably also on your rundown to our Christmas. Or no, I'm sorry, our New Year's Eve and things like that. But you have the floor. You have all the power. Where are we going?
Well, before we start mentioning Christmas, you're wearing the shirt that we talked about last week. So little Brady boy's on there. Yeah,
life's better with Brady. We did put a picture of it in the last episode, but this is me actually wearing it and actually. I have the new look. What do you think of this?
Oh yeah, that's right. You're also rocking the new look.
I forget. Like I'm kind of used to it now, even though I usually wear hats. But I actually went to go get a trim, and I was able to kind of get it all fixed up a little bit. But is this a look to stay? Are you used to it? Do you care?
No, I feel like I'm getting used to it now. Okay. So honestly, like I feel like it's just, I don't know. I've gotten used to it pretty quickly, but. I don't know. What do you think? Are you going to keep it?
I think so for now. I mean, I got to let it grow out to get to where I was envisioning it. There's this TikTok that I saw. And I'm like, and now it's starting to actually grow out and it doesn't look terrible. There was a weird phase where I needed to wear the hat because if I didn't, it just wasn't a good look. But yeah, now I'll be wearing less hats, hopefully, because now I can actually do stuff with this hair.
It's just so funny that you switch up your look more than I do, I feel like.
Oh, I go through a bunch of looks.
You
I
do.
think. Like it could be this, the mustache, beard, different haircut. Like yeah, there's a bunch
The
of
hat, the glasses,
glasses.
the different style of glasses. I'm like, geez, you have literally more looks than I do.
I got
keep
style.
pretty much.
That's what it is, right?
Oh, are you saying I don't have style?
No, I'm just saying I do. I'm not saying that you don't, but I just like to change it up a little bit.
You like to change it up, but I don't know if they all. It's a look. Some of them are looks. I will say that.
Well, with this and the mustache, that'll
No,
definitely
that's
be
not
your
happening.
favorite one.
No, please, just no.
All right, enough about me. Let's continue. Yes, but I'm wearing the shirt.
You're wearing the
Really
shirt.
love the
Shout
shirt.
out.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
it looks really good.
Yeah.
And cute little
Thanks,
Brady
Mom and
boys
Dad.
on there. Would you wear? You know how like sometimes girlfriends get their boyfriends a shirt with the pictures of them. It's like a collage of them.
That's a little. It's a little cringy. But if you,
So you wouldn't rock it proudly.
I would. It depends where we're going.
Wow, you guys
those
heard
are
it here,
little-
folks.
Those are cringy.
You
like
heard
are we,
it here.
Like it's a little cringy. It's cute, but it's also cringy. It's CC, cute and cringy at the same time.
Wow.
Is it not? Would you?
Wow. Well, I wouldn't want you to not wear it. I would want you to wear it, but like, ironically, like do it like just for the fun of it.
Okay, yeah, I
Not
could
be
do
like,
that.
yeah, I'm not wearing
but
that.
I don't even know if like going to the grocery not that I'm like obviously not ashamed or anything. It's just I think it's a weird look. I really do. Actually, I don't even see many of those. Like when you go to a grocery,
They're like a thing right now. A lot of people have been gifting them. And it's kind of like a gag gift, but some boyfriends actually love it. So, okay, guys. Thank you guys so much for
thanks for
listening to
tuning
this
into
episode.
20 of like it just like cease and desist. It's done. Couples coverage is just now coverage.
Yeah.
Go on, babe.
Well, okay, no. Anyways, we were going to talk about my wisdom tooth.
Is it a tooth or is it teeth? Or is it?
No, it's just one tooth. I've been
Okay.
struggling with just a pain, which is like not the best way to go into 2024, but it's fine. Like it's, it'll be fine. But it's just kind of crazy because I've never had wisdom teeth issues. Like I know people have gotten them removed when they're younger, or sometimes you don't need them removed, but I'm, like not at that age where I thought I would have to be dealing with wisdom teeth. And so it's just kind of interesting. I've never had like pain like this in my teeth.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think when I had mine removed a couple of years ago now, I believe, or it was pretty
4 years ago.
4 years ago. And you're supposed to really be careful with what you eat afterwards, no drinking alcohol, and like, take care of yourself after you have, your wisdom teeth pulled out. Literally the next day after I got mine pulled out, I don't even know if it was all four or what it was, but we went over to our friend Nick and Tiff's house in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. Out there drinking, out there eating. Didn't even matter because I think the alcohol, killed everything in there, so it was all good.
You actually didn't have a bad experience at all because you got all four removed at the same time, or two?
I don't remember.
I can't remember, but I remember it was more than one. And I was thinking he was going to be like swollen and out for a few days, but he was literally fine, like fine.
You know what I wish kind of happened? Like, you see those videos of people, they're all like woozy and out of it after getting like whatever, the anesthesia or whatever. And but I don't think I had that. I was definitely awake during all of it, and they put the Novocaine in there and numb everything up, and you hear the drill and all this stuff.
You would have to knock me out. I don't like any of that.
But no, I kind of wish I had like a
funny
video,
experience.
some kind of funny video.
I just remember telling you, like, I think your dad was gonna go with you, I think, and I'm like, please tell him to record like that. I want to see it, but you didn't get put.
I think I
under.
just like drooled all over myself or something. But I mean, you can't really feel your mouth, so it's just drooling. But that was about it.
But we were it's been a little bit hard for me to eat things that are a little bit too hard. So I was going to make soup today, and we went to go pick up some stuff from Trader Joe's, and Trader Joe's employees, they like talk to you and try to chat with you and stuff. And so the lady or the girl that was at the register, she's like, what are you guys making for dinner? And I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna make some soup and maybe something else, I don't know yet. She's like, oh, I need to make a lot of soup too, because my wisdom teeth are coming out. I'm like, that's why I'm making soup. I just thought it was so crazy.
Is that right? I mean, you always love when those things happen, like something.
I just was shocked when she said that. I thought I was like in like a, I don't know. I'm just like, she really just said that.
And I knew when she said like she was gonna eat soup because of, I'm like, probably her wisdom teeth.
No, I wasn't
thinking sick because she didn't sound sick. She didn't look sick or anything. And I'm like,
I was thinking because like
wisdom teeth.
No, I was not thinking that at all. I was thinking it was because it was like it's cold out. You know, like why else would you make soup? But I just thought it was interesting that we were both on the same boat. Hers sounded a little bit more serious than mine.
Yeah, like some nerve, like yeah, something's going on. Hopefully, the cashier at Trader Joe's
has a smooth recovery.
Yep.
Wishing you the best. But yeah, I'm struggling with that. We'll see what happens.
Does it hurt right now when you're talking?
Yeah, it does. It does hurt when I'm talking. That's why my mood's been like today.
You're pushing through for the podcast. You know, the listeners.
Yeah, it hurts. Warrior. It hurts to drink water. It hurts to swallow.
Not good.
I know. And I don't feel like I remember you complaining that much when you had yours. I just remember you like, actually on our first date ever, he didn't finish his food and he said it was because his wisdom teeth were kind of hurting him. Unless you just told me that and it was just because you were nervous.
I mean, if I was hungry, I probably would have ate. But it's funny that you mentioned like I wasn't complaining. I was actually talking to one of the guys, one of the journalists in the press box about like guys when they get sick compared to girls. And he's like, I'm the biggest baby, he said. And like, oh yeah, me too. Whenever I'm going through like any type of sickness, I'm like, oh no, I can't do anything. I have a stuffy nose. Like
it's like the biggest eye roll for me.
I'm done. Like I just can't focus. Like, but it was funny that he said the same exact thing. It's like, yeah, like I'm just gonna take the day off.
It's the man flu. Do you guys all just like, I guess, just all agree that guys are bigger babies when they have colds? Because it's like a thing. It's a common thing. And honestly, my dad wasn't really like that. Like he just does not call off. Like he can be sick and doesn't call off. So I've always heard of like the man flu, but I didn't see it until you.
Okay, wait. I will admit, like there have been times where I'm like, okay, you know, I'm definitely leaning into it, but I would say actually as of late, I've definitely been better about it. Because I remember there were times throughout this season where, you know, I wasn't feeling too well, but I did go. Early on, I'm like, yeah, you know,
I gotta stay home.
Gotta get better.
And then
for the
he's
longevity.
Just playing like video games all day.
Well, that's how I get better. But I feel like later on, I'm like, all right, we're gonna grind it out. I'm not sick.
Yeah.
And if I tell myself that, maybe I can push through. But okay, I'm getting this all sidetracked because you said that. But
no, that's okay. That's okay. It just makes me laugh because it's true. But oh, my stomach. Oh man, like right now he's really sore, and I've been hearing him say all day, "What is going on?"
My forearms are like they were killing me at the gym. I did like a personal training set. I had to we had to tone it down for a sec because I don't know. It was weird. But again, we're talking too much about me right now.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
I'm not doing anything.
Stealing the spotlight here.
This is like the couple cover. Not even the couple. Just one half of it.
Do you need me to like go and I can just do the behind the scenes stuff? You just want to take
here's
over.
What we're going to talk about now.
No. Okay. So getting into this topic, obviously we're talking about New Year's resolutions. And earlier today you asked me, why is it that people wait for the new year to start resolutions when you can just start whenever, right? If you have a goal, you can just start whenever. Mm-hmm. And I would say, because honestly, I used to not really believe in New Year's resolutions because I did kind of have that mindset. Like if I want to start something, like why do I have to wait for the new year? Like I can just start now. But I don't know, I just feel like it does really give you a chance to like feel like you have a clean slate, and that's what matters. It's like the feeling of it. But brand new year, brand new opportunities. You can leave what you don't want behind. And it's like collectively doing it together just feels like you're not doing it alone. And maybe that's more motivating for some people.
That's a good point. Seeing that everybody is a part of this could be a reason why. But, I think there are certain things that you do wait until it is a new year to start something. But I honestly, it probably depends on each individual, their circumstances, what environment there's a bunch of, I think, factors that go into, why you can or can't start a new habit. And it almost just seems more natural to do it at the new year. Like for me, for example, just with the end of this year also comes with it the end of the football season, so that any of the new things I want to start, it becomes a little easier because I have more time on my hands.
Yeah.
But I think if you are someone who does want to change something and nothing's really stopping you from doing it, then you don't have to wait until the calendar changes to the next year to start that new thing. Mm-hmm. Because I think you're hurting yourself in the end. But I do see why collectively we all look at like the new year as like the new beginning of all these goals you set out.
Yeah.
And I actually got a memory, or not even a memory. Someone brought up I put on a Twitter like some of the fitness goals that I wanted to accomplish in 2023.
Yours?
My fitness goals. Someone reposted it with also their fitness goals. They accomplished every single one of them that they put in 2023. I saw mine from 2023. Not a single one.
Really?
I was able to accomplish. And that made me like, okay, I wrote them down. I put it out there for everybody, and I still didn't get any one of them. So I wonder if it is something like writing it down where I could see it every single day.
Because did you like actively work towards those goals, or did you write them down and like not even think about them after that?
I think it was more so that I just wrote them down, and then maybe in the beginning, so the 10K was something that I really did work on, and I thought I was actually going to get a 45-minute 10K. Ended up being one of the worst runs that I had out of the 7 years that I've been doing it. So it kind of pissed me off a little bit. I make this resolution. I'm actually working towards it and don't get anywhere. But yeah, I want to say the other things, like I did it and I wrote it down, and yeah, the year goes by, you forget about it, and then, I see that post, I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't get any of it. But
dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, neither did I until it came up again. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Crap, I want to do this, that. How many did I accomplish? None. So I'm like, 2024, whoop your ass in fitness goals.
See, but I do think that's why it's nice to have them written down or somewhere where you can see them, because it keeps them at like the front of your mind, because it is easy to forget some of the goals that you have. Mm-hmm. And when you have a time to like really think about it, of course, so many things sound amazing, but how many of them do you actually truly want and are going to put the work?
And actually are thinking about.
Yeah, and actually thinking about.
Basis. I think it's good to write them down, but you did an awesome, I don't know if that's in your rundown somewhere later.
It's not in my, actually kind of. So this year, before I would sometimes journal, but again, it's not something that I'm actively seeing every day or reading every day. And honestly, when I have journaled in the past, I find it very therapeutic in the moment, but I find them very hard to read back. I don't know if it's because it's like I don't want to put myself back in that place. If I'm writing something to get it out on paper, it'd help me with my emotions. I don't want to read it back, So when it comes to goals and stuff, yeah, I could read them, but it almost gives me the same feeling. Like I'm almost like scared to look at it because I don't know how I was feeling in that moment. It like takes me back to that time.
But so that was more so for journaling?
And I know like I used to write resolutions down, but again, it's not something that I actively want to go back and read for some reason. That is always, but again, it's because it's like not something that works for me when it comes to like goals and stuff. Does that make any sense?
I think it does, but I think, I could see that being like, you don't want to read back some of the journal entries because, the mindset that you're in, but for like goals and stuff, I wonder why does that still kind of like a little trigger for you, like maybe, reading back some goals, like.
See, I don't know. I think for me, because I associate it the same, like it all goes written down somewhere. I don't actively go and search it as much anymore. I think for me, it's more of like a visual thing. I like seeing it laid out, but this is the first time that I've done it for New Year's.
Well, you have that awesome vision board.
Yeah, so I made a vision board, and I actually took the time to like sit down and envision what I want my year to look like. What are some of the things that I've said I've been wanting to do, and maybe something that I want to keep working towards in the new year, not necessarily like start in the new year, but just keep doing in the new year, do more of in the new year. But yeah, so it's nice. And I really wanted to get it printed out and like posted somewhere, but so far I just have it as my iPad background, and I really like it. It's been working. I still look at it whenever I sign in. I just like take a moment to like look at it.
You did a really good job with your vision board. I think that's what we're gonna kind of talk about. I would assume some of the new goals that we have for 2024. I almost said 2023. I was so close to it. But before we kind of get into that, I have to tell everybody about Owen, which if you've been watching Couples Coverage, stands for Only What You Need. It is a non-dairy protein shake. So if you're looking for something that's not that whole milk or things like that, upset your stomach, this is definitely going to be a nice alternative. They have a bunch of great options too from these pre-made shakes, and this is sea salted caramel, however you want to pronounce it. But they have a bunch of different options in terms of pre-made shakes, powders. They also have shakes that have some more caffeine in them. So they have a bunch of variety, and again, they only put the products and the ingredients that you need, and again, hence the name Only What You Need. And if you go to their website, liveowen.com, and use the promo code couples15, you save 15% off your first purchase. So stock up on a bunch of new items for the new year. Get yourself right with the right protein shake. Owen right here, and use that code couples15 to save 15% off your first purchase.
Thanks, Owen. Oh. My part. Thank you.
I'm going to make you do the Owen.
I'll do it because, yeah, I can do it. Because I look for vegan products.
Yeah, no,
when it comes to
it's
shakes
perfect
like
for you.
It is. Okay, so going into 2024, so we'll go into resolutions, but can you tell me some things that you're excited about?
In 2024?
Mm-hmm.
What am I excited about in 2024? What are you looking at? Oh, sorry.
I was like making sure it was still recording.
Still recording. We're still recording over there.
Jeez.
Sorry. 2024. Well, I am looking forward to a lot of the resolutions that I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, but there's I think there are going to be some trips that we're going to be looking to take in this next year, because I think that's as we've grown every single year together and gone on trips together, I think that's a really important aspect of our relationship, getting to go somewhere, experience somewhere new. So I am looking forward to whatever that next place is. Continue to grow here in the apartment. This will be another full year here, as we're kind of still making this our own and making this our place to be. I'll be going to, I guess, technically year 3 of my job now, which is exciting in itself. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I don't think I've really put too much thought into, because we're 2 days into the new year, but those are just some of the things that come to mind. What about you? What are you looking forward to in 2024?
I think the thing that comes to mind is that there's a lot of like changes happening this year. So for me personally, my brother's getting married, which is something that my whole family is just really looking forward to. Mm-hmm. And that's happening in May. So I just feel like that's going to be here before we know it. And it's the first like very personal wedding to me. So actually my cousin got married this past summer too, and that one was really fun to be a part, or not a part of, but just get to see too. But yeah, my brother is like the first in our family, obviously, so that's exciting. Our friends are also gonna get married, which is, we're a part of that wedding, and I'm really looking forward to that. So
going to Boston, that'll be really cool.
Going to Boston, so exciting. And yeah, I guess for like the resolutions that we have, like you said, the trips, and yeah, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of like, also, I mean, it's just, I know this is a time where like there's a lot of changes happening, and I guess I'm just looking forward to that with like friendships and stuff. And yeah,
no, it's it's a big picture question for obviously an early time of the year, but
Yeah.
maybe it's something that we even have to think about even more as we're kind of we don't want to go through 2024, be halfway through it and be like, oh, like I wish I would have thought of this sooner. So I think it's just a good exercise for anybody thinking about what do you really want to accomplish this year? What are you looking forward to most? Just think about it a little bit more, and then it won't come up as a surprise or a regret later on.
Or more so, like, I just love to enjoy it and soak it up. So, like, right now I'm excited about my brother's wedding. I'll be excited from now until May. And, like, I'll literally get to, like, soak it up, and I'm not going to let this moment just, like, pass,
True, yeah. No, that makes sense.
So, just doing more of that. But, yeah, going into resolutions, though, I know you have one that you said you're really going to try to accomplish this year.
Number one goal, and I have to do it.
This is the number one goal?
I think this is one of my top resolutions is to learn Spanish. Like being Mexican and Ecuadorian, having family members that speak mostly Spanish, your parents speaking mostly Spanish. I need to learn Spanish. Like this is on the top of the list for me. And when I was talking about some of those resolutions that, would be almost easier to start with, at the start of the new year, this is one of them because, like I said, the season will be ending for me. I'm going to have more time to devote to this, but I want to get on a plan, a schedule, and learn Spanish. And so by the time, I'm in the thick of things with the football season again, I already have more than a foundation. I can, interact. And
I guess for me, I don't know exactly how long it takes to learn a language, but you would say that's possible if you've looked into it. Like, can you get to a good place?
I think you can. I don't know if, like, I haven't done research on whether or not how long it takes, but what I was also telling to you earlier, if I apply that same mindset, how I apply, how I work on our relationship, how I work at work or go to the gym and devote myself consistently to it, there's no reason that I can't learn Spanish. I just need to literally apply that same exact mindset that I do with so many other things into Spanish. And I know I'm doing it. Like, it's out there. You're all hearing this. I am learning. Let's go.
So we're going to quiz him from here on out.
Yeah, quiz or like whatever, but I definitely do want to learn.
Yeah, that's a really, really good one. And honestly, I feel like I've said it before, but just you learning it also helps me practice it more because I only speak it whenever I go home. Obviously, talk to my parents, but I want to stay, I guess, like on top of it too, and be able to practice it. We had family over the other day, and I was speaking Spanish, and like they still have to correct me too. Like some of the words I say aren't right. So I'm like, we're learning together here.
I'll benefit.
Yeah. And of course I can follow along, but it's sometimes I'm just like, I didn't realize I've been saying that wrong my whole life. Oops.
Hey, you learn every day.
Yeah. Another one that I have down is getting to bed a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, would you consider us night owls? I feel like usually 11:30, 12 is when we go to bed, which I do feel like it's pretty late, right?
I mean, that is late. It definitely is. We have some friends that go to bed at like 9.
But then I have my sisters who go to bed at like 3. So then it's like, I feel like we're somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, but I mean, if you still can get the necessary amount of sleep, I guess you can do that. But I think I know for me, like I should be getting to bed earlier because I do wake up early.
Yeah.
And I know I don't get the necessary amount of sleep you're supposed to get. So I think that's one I also have on my list, just getting to bed a little earlier.
Yeah, and we were talking about this earlier where it's like, I don't know why to some people it's like getting like minimal sleep is almost looked at as like superior. Like, oh, he wakes up so early. You know what I mean?
I think they just see it like, oh man, whoever that is just getting a lot of things done.
Yeah, but it's like sleep is also so important for you.
Yeah, no doubt. So again, you got to find that balance. Like, can you still wake up early, but you still got to go to bed? Like, I'm on that schedule. I wake up early and go to bed late, and it's not. It hasn't really. I don't know if it's really kicked my ass yet.
It hasn't. No, it hasn't done that. But
there are some times I can definitely like where I'm just feeling tired, and I know you see it too.
I see it, but also I see how much caffeine you take, and I'm like, that's what's like keeping you up, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to like function like that. I just don't think it'd be good.
I think I've been better lately. I just take my pre-workout to go to the gym, and then
and then you have like a C4 throughout the day.
Yesterday was the first day I had like the C4 during the day. Your parents got me some C4 for Christmas, so that's why I had it. Other than that, I didn't buy any. But yeah, I would have to rely on some type of caffeine.
Speaking of sleep, I just last night someone was having a nightmare. Actually, was funny to me because I'm usually the one that has the most insane, like vivid dreams. And you never, ever, ever remember your dreams. And if you do, I want to hear all about it because you never remember them. But last night, all of a sudden I hear him and he was like,
You gotta do it.
No, I can't even. Literally can't even do it. Well, he was just like, no. I was like, everything okay? And then he's like, it's like a nightmare.
Okay, all I remember, and I don't even know if this was the nightmare I was having, but it was something football related.
Yes, here I am thinking, oh my gosh, she's probably dreaming about something, like maybe something happened to me, something happened to Brady. Nope, football dream.
It was some kind of football dream, and it was weird why, like, I don't know, like it was about the Los Angeles Rams. That's all I know, and a guy named Puka Nacua.
God.
See, stupid. But I don't know if that was the nightmare, but that's all I can remember. And then I said nightmare, and then went right back to sleep.
Literally went right back to sleep.
And I can fall asleep instantly, which is great, but
not great for me because that's when I love to like chit chat the most.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why. We're trying to go to bed, and it's already midnight.
Guys, this is the second mean thing he said to me today.
No, I just want to go to bed earlier, and then we're talking. But I knew I was having the nightmare too. Like I could feel myself like kicking or moving. Like it was weird. I usually don't have anything like that happen. But.
Usually I'm the one who makes the crazy noises at night, and I forget what it's called exactly, but I do know that I don't even know if it's like a sleep condition. It's not sleep apnea. It's called something else, but like I have some like crazy noises sometimes at night, and I've gotten like a sleep recorder to capture it, and it's like really hard for me to listen to because it sounds insane. But for the podcast, maybe I'll expose myself.
Well, after I had my nightmare, you were making some noises.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Like I just like how to make you stop. Like I just gotta move loudly enough, and then you'll stop. And then you weren't stopping, so I kind of just like put my hand on your shoulder, like, and then you stopped. So it was kind of last night was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was just the first time I've ever seen that from you.
I know.
It was like the most animated thing I've ever seen, like in the movies. Like no.
Oh man.
All right, something else I want to do is host more.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, because we haven't really gotten the opportunity. Well, yeah, we just haven't really gotten the opportunity to do it and like get it to work with everyone's schedule and stuff. And so this year, I do really want to host some more things, even if it's not necessarily here, but just like get everyone together somewhere. Mm-hmm. Because I just feel like whenever we do all get together, it's always fun.
Yeah, no,
so
that's a really good one. I like that. Getting together with people, like we've been getting together with people a lot as of late because of the holidays, but when those kind of end, having more opportunities to host is definitely a great way to be around people that you actually want to be around. So I like that.
Yeah, and making the first like move to do so, because sometimes it's like we have a lot of social friends, and so like we'll get invited here and there, and we're always down to do whatever. But like I want to take like the initiative, do it, and ask people and get everyone together.
Yeah, no, I like
Just
that.
'cause.
Here's a goal that I don't think I've even talked to you about, but it would it would be really nice to learn how to become a more um I don't even know what the right word. I just want to be a better cook. Like honestly, like know how to put the right amount of seasoning and just being able to cook things the right temperature so that when it's dinner time, like I know I made like a good meal or something like that. So like, whether that's buying a cookbook or honestly, social media is a great way to
It
kind of
is,
look
yeah.
at a bunch of different things, how to do stuff. I would like to really learn how to diversify my tiny palette of cooking that I currently have. So that would be great. And something that being now 29, I think I should have just a better versatility of cooking skills. So
Yeah.
something that I don't think I've ever mentioned, but
No.
that is something that I would like to look into. And it's not going to all come at once too. Like it's probably going to be very gradual, but like, oh,
Yeah.
let me try to make some, like when we go grocery shopping, I want to have something already like thought out, just knowing what ingredients to have. Let's get this and make it. So
Yeah. No,
having
that's it.
something like
That's
that.
great. I didn't know that you wanted to do that, but that sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good for everybody. Yeah.
No, yeah, I think that's good. And I always really admire the people who can just like eyeball things and make it look good, or just like with the ingredients that they have, like I know what I can make with this.
Yeah.
That's just such a great skill to have. And I feel like I'm not even at that place. Like I still need to look at recipes and figure out what I want to do.
Well,
but-
you know how much I like read into like, oh, 2 cups of water.
Oh my
do
gosh,
all
for
that,
the
like,
rice?
to a T. To a T.
It's
Like
kind of funny.
I'm following the directions on everything because I don't want to screw it up. So
That's
like,
funny.
look at the bag. Oh, 2 cups of water. Rinse.
I'm like, just pour it in. I'm like, just put the water in there.
I read the directions.
Which it always comes out great. It's just funny. But no, whatever works for you.
Yeah,
That's great.
That's my method.
That's good. Okay. Maybe we can have some recipes. There's some recipes we can start
Yeah,
working on that skill.
I'm down.
Something else that I have, I kind of like that we're going back and forth. One of the most important ones for me is that like this past year, I've struggled a lot with like, I don't want to say mental health, but I do feel like I get very affected by what I watch. And so this year I just really want to focus on like watching what I watch, I guess, and making sure that I'm not going down the rabbit hole of like sad things or things that don't make me feel good, because sometimes I get stuck just because it's like me out of curiosity wanting to watch what happened at the end of this, and it ends up making me not feel good. So I've gotten better at it, and like literally like the amount of times I've clicked like not interested, not like I don't want to see it. Don't show it to me. I don't want to see it.
No, there's a lot of crazy stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
And you can go down the wrong rabbit hole. Like,
Sorry, I don't want to say like turning a blind eye to important things, but I'm talking about like those random sad videos that come up on your For You page that like, I'm just, TikTok, I tell you all the time, I'm like, I'm just always crying on this app. And it's not good for me.
that's why I don't do the talk very much. No, I think that's a good one. You don't have to subject yourself to those types of things if you don't have to, like you can go down like a wormhole and don't know where you end up. Another resolution that I have is I just want to be financially smarter with money. And that can be with, impulsive buying and just not looking into, buying things that I don't actually necessarily need. And needs versus wants, I need to really weigh that better in 2024 than I did in 2023. And then just having different goals for savings, for whether it's vacations or like you said, we're going on some weddings this year. So putting some money towards these different things just to make sure, I'm set. And, what will help is not impulsively buying another pair of Jordans or things like that. So another thing that I just want to be, I just need to be financially smarter. And
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a good year to definitely start implementing those good habits.
I think so too. I feel like that's always a hard one because like retail therapy is a thing.
Yeah.
I feel so much better going shopping around.
Whenever you get paid,
Getting
like it's
something
payday,
new.
it's like, oh, okay, now I was eyeing this and put in the cart and submit payment and use after whatever it is.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I completely get that.
Yeah, but I mean, we can hold each other accountable for these things,
Yeah.
which is nice because like I can be there to stop you, convince you to return some shoes. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe.
No, I think you got it. I think this is going to be a good year, and I don't want to like keep going down the list. Some of these, I feel like I just like keeping them personal and like things that I'm going to work towards, and I'm sure you have some things that you're going to work towards. But yeah, I'm just excited for this year, and excited that it does. I mean, I wasn't a huge believer of resolutions, but it does feel nice to like all be doing this together. Even if our resolutions are different, like it just feels nice that we're all working towards something together. And it's a nice way to track your progress. Like, of course, like you can look back to January and it's just a nice way to track your progress that way.
I completely agree. I think again, like I was saying earlier about some of those fitness goals, like I do want to monitor these throughout the year so that I kind of have a good progress report of what I'm doing in some of these financial goals or whatever goals I have in 2024. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun year. I think, for everybody else, it should be one just opportunity to do those things that you didn't do last year. And that's what the new year symbolizes. That's why it's such a big, get together for New Year's Eve, celebrate everything that can happen in the next year. So
you know what, this is actually a funny video that I saw. It's like, okay, the earth makes one full rotation and then all humans are just like dancing. Because that's truly what's happening. It's full rotation. I think it was like Kermit too in a little Santa hat.
Yeah,
Like, woo!
I can see that. That's pretty funny. Oh, man.
But yeah, that's all we have for this episode. Leave us some of your resolutions.
Yeah.
If you want to share, feel free to share. We'll encourage you. And we'll be back next Wednesday. Because we're going to be consistent. That's another resolution.
Consistency. Yeah.
Consistency.
And before we actually close out this episode, make sure you subscribe again to the YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. And then if you're just listening to the podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, where you can find us, or honestly, wherever you listen to your podcasts at. We really appreciate all the support in 2023, and we're really looking forward to building this up in 2024. But that's going to do it for episode number 20. We'll see you next time. Adios.
Bye. Ow. Oh.